back. We are now in Holiday Inn, in Montego Bay, and yeah, this just kind of came together like out of the.
It was a last minute impromptu trip,
Yeah.
guys.
So it was just a one night, just come down for the weekend. Come down Saturday, have some fun, eat some food, go back up Sunday, and it wasn't expensive or anything. So yeah, it was okay. So we're going to give you all the usual rundown.
Entertainment, service, food and property and room and everything else. Yeah. Amenities fall under one.
Yeah.
So which one are we starting with?
Alright, so let's start with
what stood out to us the most? Like out of all those 4 categories, which one was your favorite?
So this is no disrespect or anything like that.
I mean, this is a budget place.
Yeah.
So
you get me?
There was no wow factor.
Yeah, to be honest, there's no wow factor like that. Like it's not like you go somewhere like, oh my god, it's more like I
have to talk about this.
Yeah, it's more like, it's for the price, that we paid, like it totally makes sense.
Yeah, let's start off with the amenity and the property and the room then.
Alright, so you want to go? Alright, start off with the property then.
Alright, so property and room, guys. Remember, we're rating everything out of 5. Because of the fact that this is a budget hotel, but we've also been to another budget hotel that we're not going to talk about now. I want to say that I'm going to give for property, I'm giving this a 3 out of 5. The property is pretty, what would I say, outdated. You're going to expect an outdated property, outdated room. There's one main pool at the entrance, and apparently we didn't go, but there's another adult pool
down by the end.
And there's a pretty long stretch of beach.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, when you come in, there is a little island.
Yeah.
That is, so you have the beach, and you kind of have to wade through the water to the other side where you have this kind of secluded island. That was pretty cool, I must say. I like that.
Yeah, the island vibe was island.
Right, so I think maybe out of everything, if you're here, I think the beach is pretty nice. The water, I must say, the beach is probably the highlights of the entire hotel.
Yeah. That can be the highlight.
The highlights is the beach.
For me, in regards to the property
and everything.
So remember, in one of our previous reviews, we kind of said, you can't really judge places based on all of the hotels. You kind of have to have different levels of hotels. Right. Yeah. So.
And this is budget friendly.
Yeah. So in the budget area, like, I will give this like a 3.5
out of 5.
Out of 5
property and amenities.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can tell that the place was, maybe years ago, like this place was, up to standard. I mean, it just looks like what a 90s hotel would have looked like, and the beach is pretty nice. As
the beach is nice. I think that's probably the highlight. Yeah.
The place isn't run down. It's just a bit
outdated. That's it.
It's just
I must say, for the
like,
most
it's not
part,
run down. Like they've cared the property.
For the most part, the place is clean.
The place is very clean, and they've cared the property, so that's good. It's really just what you would expect in a modern hotel. It might not be, but as I said, for the price, it was perfectly fine. So I'll give it a 3.5. And as Chanel said, the beach is probably the highlight. Very clean, very nice beach. It's a very long stretch of beach. Like, unless you decide to just be in that one middle section where everybody is. Yeah. Where everybody is, then but you have a long beach. Like, we were down by the other end. It was basically us and like 2 other persons. You get me? So so the beach. So I'll give it a 3.5.
Just touching on the room really quickly. Obviously, we're gonna have a room tour in our other video. As I said, the room itself is outdated.
I wouldn't say
the furniture is nice. Outdated meaning it's not run down. Like, they could do a bit of sprucing up. But for budget, I would probably the room itself give it a 4 for the price point. The room was clean, standard bed, mini fridge. We got 0. So don't expect to come to this hotel and get soda beer. Not. But recommendation, Holiday Inn, like at least a bottle of water would be nice.
Yeah, a couple bottles of water.
That would hurt, but don't expect to get anything in the mini fridge. come here. And oh my god, you guys are gonna see that we got ocean.
Yeah, that was
good. Got an ocean.
Yeah, so that's the
thanks for that, Holiday Inn.
Yeah, I don't know if like y'all recognized us, you know, being YouTubers, but we actually got upgraded to we actually got a nice right on the beach room. So yeah,
right.
But,
and the ocean room is pretty big. So separate, there's like a lot of space. So if you have like a lot of suitcases, the room itself is a decent length. All right, moving on to the next thing.
I don't do the room, man.
Oh, you finished? Oh, sorry. Continue.
You just run me off, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you had more to say about the room. Okay.
Jeez, for the room, I don't really agree with Chanel where she says that it's outdated. I think it is decent, right?
It's cozy. Like I feel like you know what this room is giving me? It's giving me like, okay, it's like an Airbnb, not like an actual hotel.
Fair enough. Yes.
It's more, the bed. Oh my gosh, the bed is very cozy. Highlight of the room, the view, of course, and the bed. The bed is so comfortable.
And those were the two things I was going to highlight. Like, well, of course you say it. But for the room and the price range, like again, so I was going to give it a 3.5, but because we got the ocean view, I'd give it a 4 for the price range. That remember, guys, we're talking about the price range here. You get me? So I'm not comparing this to a Sandals or a Moon Palace or any of those places. You get me? We're just talking about the price range. So yes, I'd give it a 4 based on the bed, based on the view. The bathroom is extremely basic. It's very clean. There was no water or anything like that. When we got here, we had to go out and get a few bottles of water. But yeah, that's it.
Alright, so overall for property and whatever, we're giving it a 3, but room in particular, we're gonna give it a 4. So room 4, everything else in terms of beach, pool. In terms of restaurants, we didn't talk about that. There are some other restaurants, apparently you have to book a day in advance. We're only here for a night, so that didn't happen for us. So there's just one main buffet, which is an open area, which is basically in the middle of the hotel.
So we're segueing right into the food and might as well.
And then we're going on to food now.
So you can start.
All right. So in terms of food, my overall rating I know already is a 3. I personally have had nothing that was bad. The food did not wow me. I think the food has just generally been okay. There have been a few things that I liked. The jerk pork was really good at the jerk hut. We had, obviously I always recommend you guys get done to order everywhere you go. Breakfast, get an omelette. Whatever station is making the food at that point, ready to done is what you should be doing. So the pasta for lunch we had on the first day was okay. At dinner we had fried rice, which was good. So I think the jerk pork and the fried rice was the best so far. So we haven't had anything bad, which I guess is saying a lot, but we haven't had much items that has wowed us.
So you're at a 3? Alright, for me it's a 2.5. Why it's a 2.5? When it comes to hotels, you have to understand that they have to cater to a bunch of people. So, but what I found was while there were different stations, there were the same foods at different stations. So, say for instance, so that's what I was getting to. So there weren't variety. Variety just wasn't there, right?
That is so true.
And I think that is what was needed, variety. I think if variety was there, then maybe, I'd have been able to rate it high. But because there was just the same thing, just at different stations.
That's true, because I saw a pancake twice at like the same station.
Pancakes was actually there 3 times. You get me? Yeah, bacon 3 different places. Like it's 3 different places for all those things. That was just for breakfast. And it was the same thing for dinner as well.
Yeah.
So, so as Chanel said, the jerk pork, guys, if you come Holiday Inn, jerk pork straight. Like don't even play with it. The pork was really good. Yeah. As she said, the pasta, the fried rice, but I did have some stuff that I didn't like. I had 2 different types of chicken. And the 2 of them never had my seasoning. Like it was just plain chicken. One of them didn't even taste raw to me. Like we're just being honest here. That's what we're doing. You get me? So yeah, overall, there was nothing that wowed us about the food. The things that we did have good, I think the best thing was the jerk pork, then was the fried rice, and I mean an omelette is an omelette, you get me? So yeah, so but I would give it a 2.5. I would have given it a 3, but only because of the total lack of variety. You have the space for it, Holiday Inn, like
I think I just never had food, so they just like, I would fill up the space.
Yeah,
and
the
just
other
repeat
space
it,
with
they
the
never
same
want to
things.
look bad.
Exactly. So you have the space, I mean, and the place is pretty full. Like I'm sure the food, because there are a lot of the things like start done after a period of time. So yeah, you know, so the food is a 2.5 for me.
2.5, no more than a 3. Alright, so we're moving straight into entertainment. Alright, so for entertainment, I'm gonna give it thinking 2.5. I said entertainment is on the downside for me.
For me, it's a 2. Reason being, it's a 2. We've been to budget places, and the entertainment is what
saved it.
Yeah, so it's like even though you might not have the best food, you might not have the best property, you might not have the best room, if you have great entertainment, like people will probably come back to enjoy that time there.
Right.
And I think the entertainment was really lacking, especially we came here for a Saturday night. Saturday night is supposed to be, you see me, like the booth, the banging night, because that's when the place is probably going to be most full.
Yeah.
So we'll give it a 2. They can improve. But we never see a bag of activities going on throughout the days like what you would normally see.
There was
and then
no
at night,
activity.
you know, it's just a typical person singing the covers, the songs, and that stuff. So that's basically entertainment.
I know that there is in fact there's a club apparently.
Yeah, there's a club. We never go, but our friends went and they had a lot of fun.
So for the people who, you know, are
there's
able
a
to
little
stay
dance
up late
club.
or wake up, there's that option as well.
Yeah,
but
and
for us it's
like activities, the only thing I saw was like a few persons kayaking. There's a children's playground. There's a one pool table, and you know, a little games place. Not anything crazy. So that's about it.
I don't think, you know, like how hotels have entertainment cruise.
I think I saw a few persons in it. There are a few persons.
Okay, alright, so for entertainment too. For service now. Alright, here's the thing. We weren't involved in the check-in process, so I can't say how that was. Our room, however, was ready relatively on time.
No, it was ready on time.
Ready on time.
It's just that there were so many keys.
Right. From the interaction, the one little interaction I had with the front desk, it really wasn't bad. Obviously, you're not going to expect welcome drinks, welcome anything, no bell boy. We didn't get that service at all. I knew coming into this, I wouldn't. It's a budget place. I know what to expect.
Fair enough. But they do have those things. It's just that we're a part of a pretty decent group. They do. I did see bellboys.
You saw them? Okay.
Yeah, they do have welcome drinks. It's just that I guess when we came, I don't know, but we did see that, but we didn't get any. I think it's just maybe because, you know, we're a big group or whatever. So for service, like it would be a 3. There's nothing great, but there's nothing horrible, but it would be a 3. But I give them a 2.5 because we got up to the room and saw no water. And I called them like 4 times just to have 2 bottles of water. That's all I said. I just said, listen, we're going to be in the room, like instead of having to go out and walk all the way down just to get a glass of water, like just give us 2 bottles of water. And the lady said, sure, no problem. You know, we're here waiting. Eventually we had to go out and go and get the water. So if they had just gotten us the water, would I give them a 3? But for us it's at 2.5. But it's not anything crazy. I think the waiters and stuff, the staff, they're pretty polite. And based on what I saw with the checking in process of a decent little sized group, you know, it went well. They did everything. They explained stuff to us, you know, and everything. So I'd give them a 2.5. You know what? I'll give them the 3. You know, I'd give them a 3 for the service because they really didn't do anything bad, but nothing wowed us.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I didn't have much interaction with anyone, so say that it was bad. I really was leaning towards 1.5, but I guess just
I just give them 3. It wasn't bad.
So that we've summed up. We've done all the categories, so we have to do our sum up score.
Yeah.
So our first thing was the property, where we gave it a 3, and we gave the overall property. Wait, what? A 3, and we're giving the room a 4. We gave food. I gave it a 3. You gave it a 2.5. We gave entertainment 2.5, and we're also giving service, I guess.
3.
So in total, I'm gonna give this hotel budget. I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Is that being too harsh because they're budget?
No, I mean, like guys, at the end of the
maybe
day,
if we paid less, I would have felt more comfortable.
Less? Look a little bit that one.
Could have paid less. If I paid less, I probably would have given them
Wow.
a 3. So it's 1.5 for me.
Like, let's be real, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, different people have different experiences. So other people would come here and probably have a different experience. You get me? But this is just our experience, and we're trying to make it as detailed and relatable for anyone to look here and expect, you know, what they're coming to. The overall score for the, so I think last time when we did a budget place, I think I gave 2 scores. I think I gave like the overall.
Give 2 scores. Okay.
Yeah, so like in the budget and the price range, the fact that it's all inclusive, the fact that the beach is lovely, the fact that the bed is comfortable, which is a plus.
Yeah.
And I mean, we got the beachfront, you know, property. So like in the whole budget realm, I think I give it like a 3. If I was taking into consideration,
3 is overall for its category.
yeah, but if I was taking 3.5, let me give it a 3.5 for the category. But if I was taking all of the hotels that we've been to and stuff, like it'll probably fall like to like a 1 or a 2. Like
okay,
I'm just like.
So
I'm
would
just
we
being honest.
recommend yes or no? If you are on a budget and you just want somewhere to, you know, chill, yes. As a tourist, if you're on a budget, yes. Because I feel like the tourists would really appreciate the beach and everything.
Yeah,
So
the beach is pretty nice.
We'll recommend it.
Yeah, I
Will
mean,
we come back? Not sure, but we will definitely recommend it.
yeah, I mean, as I said, it hasn't been a bad experience, guys. Like, don't get it twisted. It's not a bad experience. It's just, you know, it's not it's not wowing you. Everything is just fair and average. But it's overall, it's a nice place to be. You know, in the Mobile area. Sure, you know, you can come to Holiday Inn. It wasn't bad, you know, as I said. And I think, for me personally, if the water then was in here, like that was a huge thing for me. You know, the fact that there's no water, anything like that in here.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the overall thing. So
alright guys, so if anyone has been here before, share your reviews below, and also share this video with a friend who would be interested in this type of content. Alright guys, until next time.
bye.